Hey everybody, George McKenney, celebrity makeup artist, and you are tuning in to Birdie TV.
B-I-R-D-I-E is B-I-R-D-I-E is B-I-R-D-I-E is B-I-R-D-I-E is B-I-R-D-I-E. Just tuned in to Birdie TV. Host with the most, and that's Miss Birdie. New episodes coming every week.
My makeup journey began at the age of 12. My next door neighbor was a national makeup artist and developer for Fashion Fair, which was a black brand which started in the 60s and 70s and ruled in the 80s, and his name was Ron Marable. And I used to always watch him do makeup on the beautiful ladies at the mall when my mom would bring me out there. And when I was a little boy, I was always inquisitive about makeup. So even as a dancer in ballet, I would help the girls with their makeup in ballet class. So I always knew I had a passion to be a makeup artist, because in my mind, in those younger years, I thought, you know, one way or another, I'm going to work with celebrities. And I think makeup was the portal of me working with celebrities. I officially became a MUA straight out of high school. I was a professional dancer and athlete, and I wanted something different when I got to college. And I was like, college isn't for me, and so I went and got a job at the mall. My first makeup job actually was Benefit Cosmetics. They had just came out, and I got a job with Benefits. And then I moved to Prescriptives, Lancome, and then I got my big job with MAC Cosmetics. And so when I got the job with MAC, I really started owning and figuring things out as far as the makeup world. And my big sister, Talia Ashford, was a manager, and she would show me different things to do, how to do things, color theory, and creating concepts for your makeup. So that's when I really started finding a love for it and a passion for it. And also, we didn't have a lot of representation of colored male makeup artists at the makeup counters. So that was another passion of mine, is just being in the forefront of making sure that we had representation for black people at our makeup counters. Oh God, it was crazy. So let me tell you my first makeup experience, when I felt like I was ready to start doing personal clients and everything. They had this makeup trend that was so super duper ghetto. And I would put this makeup trend on everybody. It was the white eyeliner on the lash line. So you would put the mascara on, and you would put this white eyeliner on the lash line, and everybody loved it. Either if it was silver or if it was white. This was like the makeup trend then, and I just was like, oh my God. Looking back now, I was like, oh, that was a hot ghetto mess. But back then, it was the bomb because a lot of people used to look pretty with this white eyeliner, no matter what skin tone you were. Oh my God, I have so many best makeup moments, but my best makeup moment was in 2008. I was with the Clark sisters at the Grammys, and the Clark sisters have been going to the Grammys for 40 years. Of course, people know who the Clark sisters are, but for those who don't know, they are a gospel powerhouse here from Detroit, Michigan, and they have a song that broke down barriers in the 80s called You Brought the Sunshine. And so in 2008, they had a new album with Donna Lawrence, and we were at the Grammys, and I was doing their makeup. We were getting ready for carpet, and at the Grammys they have a pre-show. So for the pre-show, everyone gets the awards. Some, gospel awards, and certain awards are not aired on the live show. So their award was actually on the pre-show. And so Lettucey the singer gets up and she is doing the presentation. But unbeknownst to us, they weren't paying attention because in between each award was a musical selection. And the orchestra was actually playing one of their songs from the new album, Living My Best Life. And so in between each award, they'll go, dun-na-na-na, dun-na-na-na. And so I caught on and was like, oh my God, they're playing y'all song. Y'all won y'all Grammys. And so Dorinda was like, oh no, we ain't win our Grammys. They bring us here every year and we always lose. But thank you, George. You always have our back. You always believe in us. Boom, 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 boom. And I said, I'm telling y'all, I think it's a message from y'all mama, from heaven and God. Y'all done won y'all Grammys. So Lettucey gets up and, she does their category. And it was so dope because they were nominated with Aretha Franklin. This was the last time that Aretha Franklin performed at the Grammys was in 2008. And Lettucey goes, for Best Song of the Year, she goes, Mary J. Blige and Aretha Franklin. And so I was like, dang, they did lose. But Lettucey said, oh wait, it's a tie. And the Clark sisters. We went insane. And so then, after that, they won the other two categories, Best Gospel Album, and Karen won Best Songwriter for Blessed and Highly Favored. So that was an amazing makeup moment for me because you had all these superstars coming in congratulating them. Tina Turner at the time, Kanye West, Rihanna would see them and freak out. So it was a really good makeup moment because I got to witness all of that go down. My worst makeup experience, I was traveling with Dr. Takeda Williams, who I currently travel with often. She is a international televangelist, and she has the #1 show, the Dr. Takeda Show, on the Word Network. And so me being me, rushing, not paying attention, I stopped in Sanford, Florida, of all places, the same place where they killed Trayvon Martin, the worst place on the planet. I ended up stopping in Sanford, Florida because she lived in Florida at the time, wasn't paying attention and didn't close my trunk properly. So I ran into Walmart to get some things and I hopped in the car on my way out, not thinking anything. Drove 2 hours to Jacksonville, Florida. When I got to Jacksonville, I went to go get my luggage. And when I popped the trunk, my luggage had been stolen. All my luggage was gone. My makeup, everything. And so as a professional, what do? You panic, you go, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I went to Target, bought all new makeup brushes, all new makeup, everything. The lady was looking at me like I was crazy because I literally had $2,500 worth of makeup on the conveyor belt. And she was like, oh my God. She was like, what do? I was like, girl, They just stole my luggage. These are the only clothes I have on my back. And I was really frustrated. And I had, at the time, air tags on my keys, which was a tile. Air tags hadn't came out yet, but I had a tile tag, which was stupid because the tile only went up to 100 feet. So I was like flabbergasted about my keys. They had my car keys. They had my light. I mean, they had brushes that I had collected over the years. I really still have anxiety about my makeup kit being stolen at that time. I was like gagging. I couldn't believe it. So that was one of my worst makeup, but the job got done. My client couldn't believe that I took drugstore makeup and made it look like Chanel, MAC, Louis Vuitton cosmetics. So that was one of my worst experiences as a makeup artist. I don't particularly have a favorite makeup look to do. I like to go with the flow of the client. So it just depends on the client because each client gives you a different burst of energy and vision on how you want them to look at that moment. And even in the situation, and sometimes you gotta be careful because you'll be in certain lighting. You can be in fluorescent lighting, and fluorescent lighting is kind of harsh. You can be in a low light room. So you gotta kind of know how you're going to do their makeup and what areas they're going to begin, because as celebrities or even a bride, you guys go into different lighting and all day long. So the makeup has to be consistent in light and sunlight. And when you go inside indoors, it still looks good. And if you go around a fluorescent lighting or drop ceiling lighting, your makeup still looks good. So I don't have a favorite makeup look. It just depends on which client, what am I gonna do on a client? It might be smoky, might be glitter. It just doesn't, it just varies on the client. Yet, ding! A makeup tip that I wish every girl knew is don't wear eyelash extensions. That's my tip. Eyelash extensions feel like a roadblock to me. A lot of girls like them, they love them because they can wake up and they feel like, oh, I can just do my makeup and my eyelashes are already done. But they don't add oomph to your eyes. They're just there as an extension of your own natural lash. And when you still have to pop a lash on top of the eyelash extension, that was a waste of money. So my tip to girls is don't get eyelash extensions. So red carpet makeup is totally different from movie makeup. So movie makeup is very natural, very clean. It is like makeup, no makeup for movies because it depends on the character and you wanted to make it read like the character did their own makeup and not getting it professionally done, and you don't want to have a lot of makeup. But with red carpet, flash photography takes off like 7 layers of your makeup. So you have to add in contouring because flash makes your face look flat. You have to warm the skin up. There's a lot of elements. You have to put a blacker lash on because, you're gonna be in different, like I said, lightings and environments. And also keeping it look like skin and not like cardboard, because a lot of girls get their makeup done and it'd be pretty. Let me tell you, I'm not knocking nobody. It'd be pretty, but sometimes you'd be like, that eye is beautiful, that lip is beautiful, only if we can see that skin. You know what I'm saying? So those are the two differences between the two. If I wasn't a makeup artist, Lord Jesus Christ, I was actually going to go to mortuary school and become a mortician and a funeral director. So that would have been my life before makeup. Also, I was an athlete, so I ran track and field. So I really wanted to do the Olympics first. And then if the Olympics didn't work out, then I was going to be a mortician. So Dorinda Clark Cole was my very first makeup celebrity. And we did her makeup for her live recording for her first solo CD, and that was in, I believe, 1999, 2000. And I did it, I was an assistant at the time to my sister Talia Ashford, who took me under her wing and trained me to be the artist who I am today. Music. I bring music. I bring good music. I love listening to Afro beats, but I listen to bossa nova, and especially I work with singers, so I play a lot of music with no words. Because they're singers, they don't want to hear someone else singing all the time. But I do play a lot of jazz and a lot of singing with no words, and they appreciate that because it's very calming. And I also have a calming station that my best friend Kill Pretty, who is a big makeup artist in Hollywood, gave me, and I'll play that playlist that he gave me. So music is what will keep my clients calm, and they love and appreciate it. Everybody dream to do Beyonce, honey. I would love to do Beyonce. I would love to do Michelle Obama. I would love to do Kamala Harris. So many people, but those are the main ones that I would love to work with. You touch lives. We're beyond makeup. We are therapists. We are your best friend at that moment. We are a shoulder to cry on. We are a lending ear while we make you look gorgeous. And makeup is a very therapeutic thing. It's not like a touch and go. It's very personal. And so that's one of the things that I like being a makeup artist, is that I can touch people. You know, I had a lady that was walking in the mall, and she was just walking. She walked past the counter like 20 times, and she was crying. And I said, "Ma'am, what's wrong?" And I said, "Girl, let me dry your eyes and let me clean your face up." And so I said, "You're pretty, let me do your makeup." So I ended up doing her makeup and making her feel pretty. And so she stopped crying, she calmed down, and she looked in the mirror and she said, "Oh my God, I never felt so beautiful." And I said, "See, you doing all that crying?" I said, "And you a pretty lady. What was you crying about?" And her son had just got murdered that morning. And she didn't have nowhere to go. And she just was walking the mall crying. And so that was very powerful, even in that moment. What makeup could do is change somebody's mood and attitude. And that was like a very enriching moment for me as a makeup artist. It was just like, wow, this is insane, you know. And I kid you not, the lady came back. I hadn't seen her in maybe 6 months. You know, I was still at the job. She never came back. I only saw her that one time. She came in and I wasn't there, and she left me an envelope, a thank you envelope. So when I got back to work, they said, "This lady left you a thank you envelope. She said you did her makeup." And I said, "Really?" And so I said, "Okay, well, all right, let me just read the thank you envelope." When I opened up the envelope, she put $2,000 in the envelope and told me thank you. And she wrote me a long letter just thanking me about just being a process of her healing from losing her son. Her son literally was murdered that morning. So that was just a very powerful moment as a makeup artist. So dislike doing makeup. I just dislike when other artists and even clients are arrogant. Every makeup artist has a gift. Everyone brings something different to the table. There's no need for arrogance. There's no need to be difficult. There's no need to turn your diva on, because everyone brings something different to the table. Oh God, I've been wanting to quit makeup for so long, and then the client call you and they give you an opportunity that you can't refuse, and it's been something that you're waiting on, and you feel appreciated. Because sometimes as makeup artists, we don't get appreciated. They always pump up the hairstylists, they always pump up the fashion stylists, but we are the unsung heroes. You know, the first thing that people see is makeup. They don't see your hair, they don't see the outfit first. They say, "Oh my gosh, she's really pretty, and I love her hair, and oh, that outfit is nice." It doesn't go, "Oh, that outfit bad, her hair is cute, and oh, okay, look at her makeup." The first thing people see on anything is they look dead in your face. My favorite Birdie Cosmetics palette is the Amber Times 21. Woo! And what I like about this palette is that it's made like a diamond. It's so cute. The colors are very vibrant and fun. And she has a combination of glitter and mattes, and I love mattes, and she's got like 2 shimmers, but I really like to use this palette when I want to do like color and the pigment is so strong in it. And she's got these really quirky names too, like Bird. I'm thinking Bird is like Big Bird, like Big Bird, and Beautiful is like Elsa from Frozen. So she's got really cool names. Diamond, of course, is the glitter at the top. That's really dry snitching. She even got a color called dry snitching, y'all. It's the funniest thing. When I saw that in the palette, I said, what in the world is dry? I'm like, I don't know what it means, dry snitching. I mean, a brown paper bag? I'm not sure. Why would you name dry snitching the doggone eyeshadow? The eyeshadow is snitching on your eye. A setting spray, everybody needs a setting spray. A setting spray. I'm actually creating some products for myself in 2024. Just a couple little things. I don't want nothing too crazy. It's actually gonna be kind of like a mixed up, a little makeup, but mainly cosmetic bags and like luxury cosmetic bags and cases and stuff. That's what I want to do. Hello everybody, George McKenney, celebrity makeup artist. Thank you guys for watching Birdie TV. You can find me at official George McKenney on Instagram, and my new website will be dropping in 90 days, makemegeorges.com. makemegeorges.com. So look out for that on my Instagram page, official George McKenney. After this episode, there's going to be another episode next week with a new person. So make sure you tune in here at Birdie TV.